Welcome back to the School of Impact podcast. Today I'm going to give you the real secret to make your content convert like crazy. Now, quite frankly, this is arguably one of the most valuable skills that you can ever learn when it comes to growing an online coaching business. Really, this day and age, I would even argue for brick and mortar businesses, and you'll see why here in just a second, just because the market's a lot smarter than it used to be, and we'll get into that in just a moment, where in the online space, there's a lot of people online. And so to be able to convert, especially with content marketing, it's going to take a little bit extra than just like posting information or posting a workout or posting a mindset tip or nutrition strategy, right? We got to get a little bit deeper into emotions, and that's what I'm going to walk you through today. If you're listening on the live stream, go ahead and just put live in the comment section. Let me know you're here. Say what's up. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you're listening on the replay or on the podcast, I would love to know as well. You could put replay if you're on the podcast. Definitely make sure you subscribe and leave a rating and review to let me know what you thought about today's episode. Now, real talk. Okay, we'll get into this in just a second. But if you feel like right now, like you're on a roller coaster with your business, and when it comes to like leads, income, where it's like some months are amazing, other months not so much, and it's leaving you feeling like stressed and overworked because you're always trying to keep things afloat. Like, it feels like you're always reinventing the wheel, whether that be your messaging or your niche or your offer or your content or your program or whatever it may be. It's exhausting. I've been caught in this trap many times before, and it's exhausting. And it especially sucks when it takes time away from your family, when you should be, or your loved ones, when you should be out doing other things, being with the people that you love, but you're constantly thinking about business. You're working on your business because you don't have consistency. There's this instability. I know how much that sucks. And quite frankly, this is one of the reasons I am doing today's episode. Most struggling coaches, let's put it like this. Most struggling coaches that are struggling, and I was surely guilty of this in the past, are struggling because they're focused on the wrong things at the wrong time. They're focused on the wrong things at the wrong time. Not necessarily that they're focused on the wrong things completely. Sometimes it's very valid, and they're focused on doing things to grow their business, following strategies, doing different things, but it's just the wrong time for them to be doing that inside of their business, right? Let me explain what I mean. Like, if your goal is to create stable income in your business, like you want to make sure that you have whatever your goal may be, whether that's 10K, 20K, 100K per month, whatever that is for you. When you have stability coming in your business, if that's what your goal is, so that you have enough money to take care of yourself, your family, have some extra money for freedom, more of a freedom-based lifestyle, if that's like what you're looking for, then, and really you want to make impact, then what you have to do, and you could write this down, this is the real secret to creating content that converts. You have to learn how to communicate in a way that creates demand for your stuff. I'm going to say that again, and I'm going to break down what exactly I mean by that. If you want to create consistency with lead generation, with client acquisition, with income, consistent income coming into your business, not where you're having these ups and downs all of the time, where some months are great, other months not so much, like consistent income. You have to learn how to communicate in a way that creates demand for your stuff. Quite simple. Like, I say it's simple, right? It's not, it is simple in theory, but I'm going to walk you through what this basically means and how you can apply this into your business. And so I want you to think about it like this. When you're pumping out content online, it's to do one thing. Well, it could be to do multiple things, right? But it's mainly to do one thing. And by the way, if you're on the live stream, I would love to know, like, as I'm going throughout, this is like game-changing stuff. And in fact, we're doing an immersive workshop inside of my client community starting today on like this entire topic. So I'm super excited. This is mega valuable, and this will change the game for your entire marketing. You see, what used to work 5 or 10 years ago just doesn't work anymore, right? When people were posting like just workout videos and things like that, it worked in its time, but the market is much smarter now. There's way more people online, and you got to think, right? Your content today in 2022 to get success is to help create demand for somebody's desire. There's plenty of desire out there, right? There's people already that want to lose weight, that want to get in shape, that want to make more money, that want stronger relationships, like whatever it is that you sell and do, there's already desire for that. You don't have to create that desire. What you have to do is create demand for your stuff. And I see so many people that are amazing freaking coaches, and we've helped now over 100 coaches inside the In-Demand Coach program. There's so many amazing coaches that I see out there that have absolutely like game-changing information for people that they can help, but it's not reaching them. They're not getting the level of impact, which obviously equates to not the level of income that the coach can have. And it's quite frankly because they're not communicating in a way that creates demand. It's that simple. And like, so if you don't know if you're communicating that way, it's like, if you don't have consistent leads and money coming in your business, then you're not communicating in a way that creates demand. It's just as simple as that. And I almost feel like we're caught in this age, and I made a post on my Facebook the other day because it's like something just triggered me. It's like the reason coaches struggle to create consistent leads outside of not creating demand is because they're focused so much on the vehicle. And I totally get it. Like, I'm not throwing rocks at anybody. Like, I was doing this for a long time too. And I feel like it's just part of like how the industry has become lately, where it's like, we're focused on the vehicle, meaning like TikToks, and should I be on TikTok? Should I be doing ads? Should I be doing Facebook posts? Should I be doing Instagram reels, right? It's not the vehicle that produces results, just like it's not the diet that helps somebody get in shape. It's the habits that help somebody get in shape, right? It's the right skill sets that help all of these vehicles work. And so if you're just pumping out content right now, like you're doing more than 3, 4, 5 pieces of content a week, but you're not getting clients every single week, or at least a sufficient amount of leads, then we've got to fix that problem. I'm going to show you how. Okay. Mastering the skills of demand creation. Basically what this means is communication, not converts. And what I mean by that is you want to, and I'm going to break this down so you can write this out. If you're listening on the podcast, you can write this out. If you're on the live stream, you could type this in the comment section. That'd be super helpful for everybody else watching, and definitely like write this stuff down. It's going to be really, really game changing. In order to create demand, the first thing that you have to do is you have to tap into emotions. And I don't just mean like surface level emotions like most coaches do. Like if you've gone through a program and like they've given you like an avatar worksheet, or if they've given you a like a messaging worksheet or an offer worksheet, a lot of us are really good at like getting to like the emotion, but not the deep emotions. I'm telling you this, and here's an exercise that you can do, right? You could do this today or tomorrow. I want you to write down 50, like challenge yourself. Write down 50 different, you could even phrase these as headlines. So that way, like you have some actual stuff that you can put into your business, but write down 50 different pains, desires, problems, roadblocks, frustrations, basically roadblocks that your audience has. Write down 50. Challenge yourself. I can tell you this from experience that the first few are going to be surface level. Once you get to like 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, like that's where it starts getting a little bit juicier. When you really challenge yourself to think about your avatar, like get into their deep pains and desires, like deep pains and desires. This is going to help separate you from the rest. This is part of creating demand, is really tapping into the deep emotional states of your audience, of your avatar. Okay. Number 2, the second thing here is going to be around really speaking to somebody on a more subconscious level. And so how you do that is what I call open looping your offers. I'm going to be teaching this to my students today. It's open looping your offers. You know, one of the things that we do inside the In-Demand Coach program is we have, it's called our aligned belief section, right? It's where a lot of what I'm doing now, what I'm teaching kind of now, it's how you start shifting people's beliefs start really creating a gap between where they are and where they want to be, where they see you as the logical choice when you do this effectively. Like, there's templates and stuff for this, but what I want you to do right now is I want you to think about the vehicle that you use to get somebody from their problem to solution. So say, for example, that you help people lose 30 pounds. Like, say your main claim to fame is you're the best in your niche at helping people lose 30 pounds. Like, how do you do it? And you can't say your program. Like that, you can't say your program. How do you do it? Do you have a unique way of getting somebody to lose that weight? Something that is yours without saying that it's yours? Here, if that sounds confusing, like it's really not. Obviously it's hard for me to, this is a whole nother episode for another day, but think about it, right? If you have a way that's unique to you, but you can't call it yours, it's not your program, you can't call it yours, that you help somebody get from the problem they're in to the transformation that they want, this is one of the key foundations of creating demand. And this is how you open loop somebody, right? So for example, I'm just going to be transparent with you guys, right? I just did that, so saying like, hey, in the in-demand coach program, we have these templates. I literally have templates, and I break this down into an entire module, and then we have group coaching calls, and then I open this up to my students if they want to hop on a one-to-one with me to be able to drive this out. I just open loop something without selling anything. Now if you didn't know, now I have a program that teaches you communication that converts in templates. Did I try to sell it to you? Absolutely not, right? If you're interested in learning how to get more leads and clients and make more consistent money, and you want to learn how to communicate to convert, you know where to come, right? And so you could do this in your marketing when you have your stuff dialed in. It's communicating in a way that it leaves and there's many different ways you could do this. I just gave you one example, but this is how you start creating demand, right? This is why I know that my inbox, and I'm saying this humbly speaking, is always going to be full with people wanting to work with us. Well, A, because it works, and B, because I know how to do this effectively. Same thing in my fitness business, right? Like, I would do the exact same thing in my fitness business where people would reach out to me like, Jason, like I know you're the best in the industry at helping people lose belly fat. Like, how can I work with you? Like, because I would open loop these things and they would ask me questions. Okay. So it's a big topic, but that's the second way you can do it. The third way that you could do it is what I alluded to just before, is shifting beliefs. Like, you got to shift the way they see and feel. Does this make sense? And so it kind of goes with tapping into the emotions, why I said that one number one. But there's a little difference when it comes to shifting beliefs. The reason people, like, let's think about it like this. This is an amazing example to use because it's just easy to reference. Say that you wanted to come to Florida. That's where I'm at. And depending on where you are, you would choose a vehicle to come to Florida in, right? If you're coming down to like an event I was hosting. Say you say the options are a plane, a bicycle, and a car. And you chose the bicycle. Just because you believe that it would challenge yourself, that you would get really good exercise, that it would be like a once in a lifetime trip for you. And I would be like, yo, you probably should take the plane. Like, the plane's probably the better vehicle, right? But if you believe that the bike's better, you're going to want to take the bike. Do you know what I'm saying? Think about this with your business right now. If you help people lose weight, for example, a lot of people are probably doing something, right? We call it a mistake. They call it taking action, but they're doing something to try to lose weight. Whatever it may be. Maybe it's dieting. Maybe it's a specific kind of diet. Maybe they're doing too much cardio. Maybe it's a specific kind of cardio. Maybe they're not doing anything. Maybe they're drinking and doing drugs, right? But they really want to lose weight. They're doing those things because they believe that it's going to help solve their problem, either temporarily or permanently. They're not doing things because they think that it's like a mistake. Nobody wakes up out of bed and says, all right, guys, today I'm going to make a mistake. Everybody just be warned. No, they wake up and they're trying to take action on something. And so you can't just come in and say, hey, you just got to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. You can't do that. Like, they believe something to be true, so they're not going to move. They're not just going to accept your idea. They may like understand it and they may give you a thumbs up, right? But it's not going to move them into your inbox and help you make a sale. It's not going to help you actually transform that person. And so what we have to do, and this is one of the main things I'm going to be teaching today in the workshop that I'm hosting, is how you change their mind. And it's a skill. It's called influence and persuasion, right? How you change their mind. And so how you want to do this is, and again, I have like, at this point, I think I have like 7 or 8 templates on how to do this. So there's multiple ways to do this. I'll give you one today. One out of like, I want to say I have 8. I got to count them. I don't count them. I just have them all like laid out, the different ways you can shift beliefs. But one that I can give you that I feel like would be pretty easy to implement and to learn is think about how you can make this like a complete fact, right? You can't use statistics. Like I used to use statistics a lot in my fitness business, but it is a way to work if you already have some authority and credibility. But what you want to do is, if somebody believes something, how can you make them believe that what they believe is not true? How can you align their beliefs with your beliefs? And so one of the ways you could do that is first make them open to receive your belief or your new way of thinking. How you want to do that is you got to disarm them first before you can tell them like, hey, calorie deficit or mindset or this or that or whatever you want them to know. You have to first disarm them so they're open to receive. Think about like a knight, like, you know, like the knight of the, if the knight's just there and he has his armor, he's not open to receive. He's ready to kill you. You know, he's ready to kill. You got to disarm him so he's open to receive. So how you would do this is you would first tap into the emotions. Let them know that you understand them, that you relate to them, that you feel them literally, like you get them. And then from there, you want to discredit the thing that they're doing because they're doing it because they believe it. So you have to discredit it. And the way you discredit it, again, there's multiple ways you can do it, but is to make it to where it is a complete fact that this is not true. And like, let's use an example because it'll make it easier to learn. Say, for example, somebody was eating 600 calories, extreme, right? But they thought that was the best way to lose belly fat. And so they're eating it because they believe that if they eat less, they're going to lose more. You know, totally logical. And there's plenty of information, false information out there to support that. And so what I would do, I would come in there and I would say like, hey, if you're eating under 600 calories to lose weight, I would obviously go through my tapping of the emotions, you know, the first part of my content or my video. And then I would go into, and if you're eating 600 calories to lose weight, that is completely wrong and it's completely backwards. And then what I would do is I would justify it, right? Because now that you don't want them to come at you and like, oh, he's attacking me, I would justify it. I'd say, I get why you're doing this. I get why you're doing this. You see the language that I'm using? I get why you're doing this. And then you just give them like whatever, like in that case, it would be easy to say something about the internet, right? If you Google how to lose belly fat, there's going to be all of this information all over, right? And so now people are like, okay. And so people don't want to feel like they're to blame. It's just the way the world works. You can either fight it or you can go, you know, you can fight against it or you can go with it, right? People, this is called human behavior, by the way. And so you discredit it first. So once you empathize with them, you justify it. Now people are starting to feel more okay. They're feeling more safe, more comfortable with your content. That's when you can go in there and drop a bigger insight. That's when you could say like, hey, so if you don't want to do things that way anymore and you actually want to learn to love the way, like love the process of losing weight and losing fat and actually make it happen so your body looks like the effort that you're putting in, right? And that's when you would drop your big insight, right? So the third, I know I elaborated, again, I could do probably 3 to 4 episodes on what I'm covering today. Hence why I'm going to be doing we're doing like almost a 5-hour immersive experience over the next couple of days of this. But this is a great start for you. And so the three ways that you can start creating more demand, right, which is the real secret to creating content that converts, is tapping into the deep emotions, not the surface level. And if you think it's deep, my challenge for you is to see if you can go deeper, right? Get really present with yourself and freaking write these things out. Get really, really deep. The second thing is to open loop. You got to open loop your unique mechanisms, open loop your offers without actually trying to sell it. Just open loop it. I'm telling you, when you do this effectively, people will reach out to you. It happens to me every single day. And the third thing that you have to do is shift people's beliefs, change the way they think and feel. And when you can do this effectively, you will have people that already have a desire literally asking you for more help. This is how it's done. It's called influence and persuasion. I would love to know if you're following along with me right now. If you're listening on the live stream, what is your biggest takeaway today? Like, what is the number one thing that you're just like, whoa, like mind blown? You could put the mind blown emoji and put it in the comment section. What is the thing that just blew your mind that you're just like, I am going to run with, I'm going to practice and implement this? And if you're on the podcast, I would love for you to leave and if you're listening on the live stream too, make sure you go subscribe to the School of Impact podcast and leave a 5-star freaking rating and review. Let me know what you thought. And maybe a bonus, I'll send you a little free gift that we have. Maybe I'll send you this workshop that we're doing inside here. By maybe, I will 100% send you this workshop that we're doing with our clients. If you go in, and it's all about what I'm covering today, just really immersive. If you go to our podcast, leave a 5-star rating and review, screenshot that, and send it to me in a DM, I will then send you this workshop that we're doing as a thank you gift. All right, y'all. So I want to say, listen, this is absolutely key. If you are somebody that is caught up into this like roller coaster of inconsistent leads, inconsistent money coming in your business, and you're tired of taking time away from your loved ones, from your family, from the things that you really love to do, and you want to create more consistency in engagement, in leads, in clients, in money coming into your business, and right now you're already pumping out content, you're already putting things out there 3, 4, 5 times a week or more, but you're feeling more like an underpaid, overworked employee versus the mother effing CEO of your business, and you want to learn how to change that, how to actually communicate in a way to convert. Like, this is you. You want to learn how to use your freaking words to convert people on a consistent basis so you can make more money and transform their lives. Then what I want you to do is I want you to send me a DM today and say the words impact. It's actually one word, not words, impact. And what's going to happen when you send that is I will have a conversation with you in chat and see if I can help fix your problems. So if you have similar problems to that, chances are I can probably fix your problem. Okay. And if I can, what we'll do is we'll get onto a call. And if I can help you and it feels like a great fit, then we'll talk about that. But if not, it's totally cool too. I'll just refer you in the right direction. But what I don't want you to do is continue to sit and do the same things over and over and over again, expecting different results. That's called insanity, my friends. And we know the only person doing insanity is Shanti, not you. All right. So if you want to make this change, you want to impact more lives, and you want to make more money through the power of your words, I want you to shoot me a DM that says the word impact, and we'll have that conversation. All right, my friends. As always, remember, your message matters now more than it ever has before. Do not be afraid to get out there and speak it. And have faith, stay focused, and take aligned action.